Two drivers who need really very little introduction. The best overtakers in Formula One, Kamui Kobayashi and Lewis Hamilton. Well, thank you so much to both of you for taking time out of your schedules to be here today. I'm sure the fans really, really appreciate this. And let's start with a question from Dan Jackson.
I'm sure you've had plenty of time now to evaluate all the new additions to the car with KERS, DRS, the new tyres. Which one do you think's had the biggest impact now that you've had a few chances to try it?
Lewis?
I think for me, I love the new tyres. I think Pirelli have done an amazing job. I think wasn't really sure whether or not they're going to be any good because obviously, Bridgestone have been going for such a long time, has such experience in Formula 1, and Pirelli to be able to come in and straight away live up to people's expectations is pretty impressive. I think probably the DRS is probably the most unique part, KERS we've had before, but it makes it quite a lot easier to get closer to people. It's very, very difficult to follow people, and then by the time you slipstream them, you're at the next corner. So the DRS kind of gives you the opportunity to catch them up and then be in a position to overtake. So I think that's been pretty cool.
Lewis, has it made things too easy? Because we had a show of hands earlier on, and roughly about a third of people said it was they thought it was artificial, but not everybody. People are still making their minds up about it. But I know some of the drivers think it's just that when they breeze past Michael in Canada, for example, it's like that's not really what Grand Prix racing is all about. What's your view?
It's a difficult one because before we had the DRS, it was very, very, very tough to overtake. But you could do it, but depending on different circuits, you'd have the opportunity or you wouldn't have the opportunity. But I think what we're trying to achieve with it is to put the drivers in a position to be able to have a choice, firstly, to make the overtaking maneuver. But of course, there are some circumstances where you just breeze past someone before you get to the braking zone. Like I passed Michael last weekend, and I was able to move back onto the racing line, so it was way too easy. But I did watch the replay, and Eddie Jordan was talking about it being a special maneuver and stuff. I was like, it just shows what he knows about.
You were both probably the best overtakers on the grid by far, and you were both able to do it before the new rules were brought in. What is it you think that allows you to overtake where other people struggled, even before DRS, before KERS?
Kamui?
Last year, what's really important to overtake it was, I think we have to use really well the tires and strategy-wise as well. But for myself, last year it's really nice because we are more fighting to really get close. We're on the limit. But this year, it's really confident if we have a good car. It's easy to overtake. I think, I don't need the job like last year, So it's simply this year, it's less job for myself.
Too easy for him.
Yeah. What is it? The qualities? Does it come from karting? Is it just your mentality? What is it? What are to answer his question? Is it? What are the qualities that are important?
I don't know. I guess it's as simple as just whoever's willing to take the biggest risk, and there's a fine line between taking the risk and getting past. And as I've shown in the last couple of races, so when you're attacking someone right now, I think we're young. We have nothing to lose. We perhaps he's done some amazing maneuvers. So I kind of feel that we've probably got something very much in common, where we're really willing to take bigger risks than others.
Final question on this topic from Nigel Dalmot-Rudd. Yep.
I often wonder what it's like when you pull off one of these fantastic overtaking manoeuvres. I wonder if you could sum up what that feels like.
It's exhilarating. It's probably the most exciting part of the race, when you have an opportunity and when you have the pace to, and you're not too fast compared to the guy in front. When you're just creeping up on them, and bit by bit, you're trying to see where they're weaker, so that you can attack them the next time you go around. There's a real science to it, and I love it. You do lap after lap after lap, and the key is obviously every person you catch, you want to overtake them immediately. But also when you approach those people, you realize from history how aggressive they are or how easy they are to overtake. So you're having loads of things to weigh up. But I think for me, it's exhilarating. It's massively, massively rewarding when you do pull off a great maneuver and you get past, and then I don't know if you've ever heard me, but you do feel really who's next, you know, who else can I catch and who else is up ahead. So sometimes you can't even see the guy ahead, and you get on the radio and say who is up ahead and how far are they away, and you start attacking again, and because you just can't help but think, you know, I want to do that again.
Okay, Kamuri's very kindly come along today, and we really appreciate his time, as we do, of course, of the 2008 World Champion Lewis Hamilton. So to these gentlemen, a big, big thank you for coming today.